Hello, everybody. Welcome to the April edition of our Meet the Dot Artists webinar. We're very excited to bring you a fantastically talented dot artist this month and a great topic to discuss how to promote your art. So this is something that I think is going to be extremely valuable for everyone watching today. So we appreciate you being here. This is sponsored by the Dot Art Registry. We do this every month to give a platform to some of the talented artists who use a Dot Art domain. And we've had lots of different topics, and you can look forward to hearing more about our webinars each and every month. I'd also like to invite you to check out id.art at www.id.art. It's a new platform we just released in beta, and it really revolutionizes the way artworks, collectibles, cultural objects, any of these things can be managed, monetized, and organized very simply. It's a very powerful platform, and you can sign up for it today for free at www.id.art. So we encourage you to take a look, check it out, give us your feedback, and we hope that you find value in it. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our hosts for today's webinar. We're going to be led by Anastasia and Rost from the Dot Art team. So on behalf of Olvi and everyone at Dot Art, I hand it over to Rost and Anastasia for a great webinar. Thanks.
Thank you, Jeff, for the intro. My name is Anastasia. I'm head of content and editorial at Dot Art Domains, and I'm very excited for today's topic as we're going to be discussing how to promote your art with somebody who's very good at that. Our guest is called Alex Righetto. He's an Italian artist based in the US in the Miami area. He's been featured in Vanity Fair and Vogue. His artwork was featured on a New York City billboard. He exhibited at the Miami Art Basel, and now he has a solo exhibition going on in his hometown of Verona in Italy. Let's begin.
Let's begin. Let's start with a short video and let's start our webinar.
It's never about the painting for me. It's every time about telling a story, convey a message. My job is about inspiring, talking about social change, because as an artist, I have the opportunity to share a message and hopefully make a change. I believe that being an artist is more than a job. It's a call. As artists, we have the opportunity to grab the attention and with that, share a message. Being able to see is more important than being able to paint. I'm not interested in decorating people's houses. My collectors know that this is a mission. My paintings, more often than not, reflects my Italian heritage. I bring Renaissance themes and try to give them a modern twist. Some of my work has been featured in Vogue, GQ, Vanity Fair, House and Garden. I had my solo exhibition in Miami. I was recently in an European tour. I went to Florence, Milan, Sanremo, Cannes, London. One of my paintings, The Mona Lisa's Daughter, was featured in 2 mega billboards in Times Square. I want to make a difference in my part of the world and hopefully leave an everlasting mark. My name is Alex, and I'm a storyteller.
That's quite a great video. Welcome, Alex. There are so many quotes just there that I want to ask you about, but I give you the stage, please.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity, Anastasia and Ross. I'm very happy to be featured today in your channel. I want to use this moment to acknowledge all the people that are here and that take their time from their busy schedule to, spend half an hour with us. Really thank you, and thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, so today is about how to promote them, ourselves as an artist, how I promote myself as an artist in a way that is successful, in a way that is fulfilling, in a way that can make a career worth of it. So if you don't have any questions, if you want me to start right away, I will go over with my presentation. But I'm listening for your feedback anytime you have it. Okay, so how to promote your art. This is a presentation I put together in order to give an idea of what was my journey and download the blueprint of what I did in order to achieve the success that I had so far. I want to start with something very powerful, though, that I recognize myself in a lot. It's a quote that JFK released in 1963, and it gives me really the perspective of the power of art. It says, strength takes many forms, and the most obvious form are not always the most significant. That's a very powerful message. The men who create power make an indispensable contribution to the nation's greatness. But the men who question power make a contribution just as indispensable, especially when the questioning is disinterested, for they determine whether we use power or power uses us. When power leads men toward arrogance, art reminds them of their limitation. This is so powerful. I just get excited. When power narrows the area of man's concern, art reminds him of the richness and diversity of his existence. When power corrupts, art cleanses. For art establishes the basic human truth which must serve as the touchstone for our judgment. So it gives us the perspective of how and why an artist is an artist. An artist has the role to challenge the society. An artist has the role to questioning the power that is established. An artist has the right to disrupt the status quo. This is extremely important because it sets the tone and the mood of your journey. Like I said in my presentation video, this is not about decorating houses. Although this is a problem that needs to be solved, and there's artists that are brilliantly solve this problem, we can strive for more. We can do something more with art because art itself has the power of change, and JFK knew about it. So each one of us, it's a sort of leader, a sort of influencer for a new reality that is yet to come. Today's agenda is about, an introduction, my major projects, the overview of my major projects, just to know each other, and the last part, but is the most important, is how to effectively promote your art. Now, do you want to know how to, want to know what it takes to promote your art effectively? Well, stick to the entire webinar, so you're going to find out. I'm going to go very briefly through who I am and what I'm working on. So the truth is that I almost quit. And this is something that it's hard to say. It's hard to put it out in an audience, but the reality is that I did the Fine Art Academy 20 years ago, and what happened after that is nothing. I just didn't take this path. I was too scared. I was doubting myself. I was literally thinking I'm not a real artist. And I start my journey by doing marketing, photography, everything related to art, but not art itself. And so somehow this I use this picture because this is the first portrait that I did after 20 years. That was kind of like my renaissance, my rebirth as an artist that brought me where I am right now. So I went through this incredibly hard stage where I almost forgot that I was an artist, and I'm sure there's many of you that are facing this moment, are facing this trouble where they think, okay, should I quit? Am I worthy? That I'm saying something valuable? This is something that it's very common in the art industry. And yet, 20 years later, here I am in Times Square in front of one of the two mega billboards that are showing my artwork. And this was an epic moment of my life. Very, 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 very strong. Like I said in the video, in the presentation, I was lucky enough to work with different media and be featured in several magazines. So my career path took really another direction after I started committing, and I believed myself again, saying, if not now, when? That was the crucial moment of my career. Happened 5 years ago, when I said, okay, enough. Moving forward, you either gonna do a full-time artist or you will lose your dream. I'm not talking about of the feelings, of the emotions, the not doing your career, not doing your path, not doing your vocation will bring with you, because there's nothing worse than going to work in a 9-to-5 job and not doing what you like, and not doing something that fulfills your dreams, and not doing something that you feel it's helpful for others. I'm Italian, so I might use my, invented grammar here, but just let me know, Anastasia and Rost, if I'm doing well, just as a good feedback. So if there's anything that you guys don't understand, I will translate it right away in a more English way, okay?
Anyway, beyond grammar, this is great.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And you guys, through all the presentation, I'm reading the comments, so just if you have questions, just write it down. We have a Q&A section at the end. I want to also leave you with this presentation for whoever wants, and I give you the how at the end of this presentation. So stick with us, and you have a little reward. Achievements. Also, this is something that I was doubtful till the end to share, because I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I don't want to sound like this is, someone that wants to. So last minute, I decided to put it there. This is my achievements in 4 years. 10,000 names on my email list. This is quite remarkable for any company, and especially for an artist. And I was able to do it in a few years. I've sold worldwide, which means like Europe, Asia, North America, and Italy, of course. I had a solo exhibition in Miami, like I said, an European tour last year, and I sold almost 600,000 worth of art. Now, it sounds like great, and it's completely great. And it is something that I'm really proud of. And I'm not telling you there's a secret. I'm not telling you that this is, there's a quick tactic that you're going to use and you're going to achieve the same. I think every artist is different. Every artist touches the soul of a different market. So this is my story, and I want to share what worked for me. So this is one an overview of my projects. This is part of the visual that I'm presenting to my collectors. Recent paintings that I did. You guys are also welcome to browse my website, which is .art, of course, www.alexrighetto.art. So that's definitely everything I'm saying, except, thank you so much, except private information that I share with you are on the website. You can see all the collections. Well, let's start with the Radiance collection. I personally, based on the quote that we said at the beginning from JFK, every collection that I do, that I make, as a social is attacking a social issue or something that goes beyond the visual of the artwork, which means a story. I'm a storyteller. I want to tell stories. I want to use art as a tool to convey a message, like I said in the presentation. The Radiance collections, it's about human trafficking. It's about a topic that is so hard to digest and so hard to talk about, even in this presentation, but it's also something that is real. Maybe you don't know, but the United States market is the one primary market for human trafficking. That's completely unacceptable in 2024. And so to bring awareness on this topic, I created an entire collection where I explore the power and the energy that only women have. So we have this beautiful women where they radiate their own energy that becomes power. I try to not talk about the horror side of the story, the horrible side of the story, but if you can go to my website if you can go to my website later, you can definitely see the insights about this subject. That I'm trying to put everything very shortly, so we're gonna move forward. But definitely, this is an entire webinar just with that. This one is called the Romeo and Juliet collection, which will be featured in Verona this year with a solo exhibition. Well, I come from Verona, so I thought I'm entitled to talk about Romeo and Juliet. I'm talking about my own country, and I'm talking about something that is completely relatable to me. So I thought about the Romeo and Juliet story, and I thought, this is an awful story. I need to do something. I need to change it. It's not inspirational at all. I think that the power of love can bring us to something else than do youngster that die because they can't really stay together and love each other. So I created a sort of story where the structure is the same. They have to go through something in order to stay together. They have to get rid of part of themselves. They have to get rid of their inner childish ego. And so it becomes, like I said, a motivational story, because that's exactly what a couple needs to do in order to stay together. They need to work themselves and get rid of their negative part, so sort of killing, a suicidal thing, which is not really, but they only have to get rid of their egoism and trying to assume the point of view of the other partner, which is obviously based on a true story, but I won't tell you which one. Anyway, another project that I'm very proud of, it's called Mona Lisa's Daughter. So part of my work is covered the Renaissance, because I think a Renaissance is the beautiful part of Italy, is the gift that Italy gave to the world. A bunch of artists, a group of artists were able to completely change the world, bringing the Middle Age to the modern era. And so that's the power of art. That's a bunch of artists together, what they can do. And yes, there was a favorable economy. Yes, there was, situation that maybe now are not the same, but yet a group of artists were able to develop the cultural level of an entire society and it's like the reason why we have today the mass media is because this guy called Gutenberg that invented the press, which was during the Renaissance. So that's incredible. So going back to the Mona Lisa's Daughter, I found out studying, the most famous portrait on planet Earth, which is the Mona Lisa. The Lisa del Giocondo had a baby daughter that she lost at birth. And I thought, oh my God, this is such a nice story. This is an incredible story, a motivational story where, we're describing the opposite forces of life, which is what everything is made of. So we get to the meat of this presentation, which is how to effectively promote your art and without suffering burnout. Because one of the biggest problems is that I faced, and I talk with my fellow artists, is that after a while you feel sick. After a while you feel like your motivation completely get out. After a while you feel a strong feeling of burnout because you don't know what to do anymore. Well, I'll tell you what to do. You guys are still with me? One gentleman from Verona. Yes. Okay, so I put the picture.
There are a few good comments that we'll get to, but for now, I think this is the most interesting part, especially the burnout.
Yeah. Okay. So I figured it out because I felt it for so much time. There's something that I don't know. There's something that I really don't understand, because if I know everything, there's no burnout. I know what to do. So if I found myself in a situation where I'm on a dead point where there's no direction, it means that I need to change something. Well, I put the Fight Club logo because this is kind of an invitation. In order to get into this third part of this presentation, you need to join the Fight Club. You ready? All right. So rule number 1, everyone has an opinion. And I also have an opinion. But you need to stop listening to opinions and make up yours. In this entire industry is filled up with opinions. Everyone has an opinion. If you Google online, there's plenty of YouTube videos on how to promote your art. There's plenty of platforms that has thousands of pages that describing how to promote your art. If you follow all the rules, you'll end up against the wall. Unfortunately. So there's some false myths also that are around there, and I don't know if you have encountered one of them, but I just want to get rid of them right away, which are: artists don't need to be too commercial. False. It's wrong to promote your products. There's actually YouTube videos that says don't put prices, don't promote too much, don't be like a little bit low, fly low, just don't, because the galleries won't like you if you do that. Well, you have to survive. I'm telling you, as an artist, you have to live. You have to provide for your family. You have to eat. So you have to sell. In order to sell, you have to promote. In order to promote, you need to show up and show off. Another false myth is artists don't have to ask too much money, especially at the beginning. So there's a sort of trend where you need to be a range of price that they says you need to be at the beginning. Then maybe when you're a mid-career, you can go up. And then when you're, okay, this is a strong opinion, and I'm taking responsibility for my opinions, but this is a bunch of BS. Nobody says that you can ask the price that you feel you're worth of. Another false myth is that the starving artist is real. This is not a myth. This is a plague that we need to solve. The truth is that no one can tell you what to do. No one needs to approve your decisions. No one can tell you what to do. You have the freedom to price your art the way you want, to do the stuff that you really want. You don't have to have the approval of the galleries, although it's important. You don't have to have the approval of important branded people in this industry. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you have to eat. You have to survive as an artist. No one will give you a license as an artist. Think about that. Unfortunately, there are mostly branded opinions, like I said, in this industry. And there are only few giants who own 90% of the market. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to give any names. I'm not going to ruin my life by saying that. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. This is real. And if such and such say this artist is worth millions, the artist is worth millions. It's a branded opinion. It's not based on value that is inside the artwork. We lost the value of the artwork since the beginning, since the developing of photography. When photography started, there would not be art started competing with the photography. But how easy is to click and take a picture compared to an artist that has to paint a portrait for a month in order to have a similar effect. That makes you David against Goliath. But, this is a very exciting, because look what happened with another David here that we have in Florence, fortunately. It was a complete statement of the greatness, of the ability to achieve greatness of a single person. And this is what I wish for you. Well, how to effectively promote your art. Point 1, attitude. You need to become a professional fighter, which means your attitude will influence. I'm not quoting Joel Osteen, but he said that the attitude determine your altitude. So how high you're gonna fly. Because when you start in the morning, you feel like, oh, this sucks. I didn't sell for months and I'm doing something wrong. What is this thought gonna lead you? It's gonna lead you to something even worse. You need to start again, put your attitude in, make it work, start smiling. Smile a lot with your customers, with yourself, with your spouse, with your with the people that you encounter every day. Start with the attitude. The attitude is something that is so much hidden and yet so powerful. The right attitude fill the room. When you are in a meeting with someone, and the right attitude will create immediate bond. The wrong attitude will create immediate distance. So how important is that? Second, your motivation. You need to understand why you're doing it. If you're not motivated, there's a reason that you need to find out. Before starting painting, you need to find out why you're painting. And my reason is that I want to change the world. I want to use the art as a tool to change the world. And I want to do it in this lifetime. I don't want to wait till I die. And I don't want to do it while struggling and suffering so my family will one day survive with the money that I didn't have. I want to be successful. This motivation can transpire from your work, from your marketing, from your promotion, from your website. This motivation is yours, and it's the wind that's gonna blow your boat. This is something that is called homework. This is something that needs to be done before even start painting. So far we said the attitude, the motivation, and then we get to the niche. Find the niche is more than deciding who you're talking to. Find the niche is actually looking for problems. As an artist, but this can be extended in every sector, in every industry, you're solving a problem. Now, the question is, what is the problem are you trying to solve? Are you trying to solve what kind of problem? If the problem is very big, then the money that you're gonna get in exchange is gonna be big. If the problem is very small, then don't have a lot of money in exchange. I know that sounds so easy, and maybe I'm trying to over exaggerating, but it's not. Most of the time, if you don't nail the problem, you won't have a fair, you won't have a nice and easy journey with your customers. Will not happen. Your art collectors, you will struggle with art collectors because you're not addressing a problem. You're not addressing a major problem. Well, how do you find a problem? Well, we'll talk about that. Anyway, I use this to help figure out the problem I'm trying to solve. I help group who want goal. What is the goal of your customer? Your art collector is striving for what? This is an interesting philosophical question, because like I said at the beginning, I'm not trying to solve the problem of decoration. I'm not trying to do that, because this is a small problem that a lot of people can solve. My problem that I want to solve is I want to help art lovers who want to make their lives more meaningful. And if you think that this is not a problem, try to stay a couple of hours without doing anything, like literally nothing. You will take your skin off your body because you want to do something. So having a life that is meaningful is extremely important. And you're looking for things. You're looking for excuses to make your life, to prove yourself that you're going to the right direction, that your life is worth of something, that you are conquering something. And that is the problem that I'm trying to solve with my art. Now, this is a problem that I found out, and I decided this is my problem. But there's plenty other problems. Another problem is like, how can I securely multiply money? This is a problem that art collectors can have. And it's a legit problem. And if you find a way to solve it in an easy way, you will be a millionaire. You're tracking so far?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, great. This is a sort of routine that I go over and through several times in order to find different answers to this question, in order to address my social media, my website, my communication by talking with specifically my group that has that problem. And I try to, for example, create my social posts by talking with this kind of personas. And I'm excluding everybody else. As an artist, it's extremely easy to fill your pipeline with a lot of other artists that are interested in your work, but not to buy, just to look at what you're doing to get inspiration. And of course, if you're showing how do you paint and how you're making the artwork, well, you're gonna attract what kind of group that has what kind of goal. The goal will be find inspiration, and the group will be our artists. So you just it address and change completely the perspective on what you're doing. It's instantly narrow to very small group that has the potential to answer your calls. And this is how you overcome the burnout, because you're not trying to conquer everyone. You're just trying to conquer a small group. So if I have a social video that is liked by 20 people instead of 1,500, I know exactly that I touched the heart of the group that I wanted to talk with, and not a bunch of group of people, because I'm targeting and lasering and narrowing down it to a smaller group that will be profitable for me in the future, down the line. The next step is you need to become good, actually excellent at four major things. I said 3, but actually are 4. Crafting art. I take it for granted, but it's not so granted. You need to be a master. You need to craft your art in a way that only you can, no one else can do it. This is how good, this has to be an impact. Your artwork needs to be to make an impact despite the story that surrounded the artwork. So this is how good your art needs to be. You need to become excellent at PR. PR stands for public relations, which means the art of making people talk about you. You need to become good at marketing and sales. Now we're gonna go over these aspects right now because, and I apologize because I'm probably gonna use other 5 or 6 minutes of your life. But I want to do it in order to make sure you understand that this is hard work. This is not something where you shake your magic stick and cells will appear. This is hard work, but it's completely and extremely rewarding once it's working. What is marketing? Marketing is the process of coming up with an idea, packing it up, and getting to the public. Marketing is not promoting yourself. Marketing is promoting a product. The basic concept of advertising and marketing is directing the public attention. So getting the attention on something, it's all about marketing. Now, this is probably a general definition, but it suits very well our case, because how can you market your play? How can you market your artwork? It's an interesting question. Where do you market your artwork? It's an extremely important question that is related to who is your niche and what problem are they solving. Because if you are solving the problem, I want to provide artwork that decorate the houses of the general public. The marketplace for you is Etsy. Well, you will not become millionaire on Etsy. There's only a rare, extremely rare chance to get that. Now, the next step is what's promotion. Promotion is the art of offering what will trigger a response. So if it doesn't trigger a response, it's not promotion. So it's interesting because what creates a response? You need to think about it. What is the thing that, if you, even in the artwork that you're doing, has to create an emotional response in order to be promoted effectively. And this is the reason why, for example, I associate every artwork, every collection with a theme that goes beyond the mere aesthetic of the artwork of the collection, because I want to trigger different level of a promotion of emotion. Emotion and promotions are part of the same word, which is motion, something that moves toward the person. If you think about it, emotion is the same. Emotion is something that connects, which just brings someone closer to you, or a negative emotion that brings someone farther than you. So I hope I'm hitting some emotional response also here. And I see the questions of people here, and we'll answer later in the Q&A section. This is the most important part. Be good at sales. You are a salesperson. You are a salesperson, whether you like it or not. Sales. What are sales? What is sales? Sales is a process. It's a process of persuading someone to buy your product, service, or idea. So this is interesting because even idea needs to be sold, which means you are a salesperson with your wife, with your husband, with your daughter, at work. you are constantly sell something. Whether you like it or not, you're constantly persuading someone that your idea is good or not. And you can also be sold, because in a conversation, someone else can say, "No, I'm not with you, man. I don't think that this is the right thing." So you get sold. You're like, yeah, okay, I guess you're right. So this is actually an extremely important fact. Whether you're doing it in person, whether you're doing online, whether you're doing on over a phone call, whether you're doing an exhibition is a freaking sale. It's a sale process, because you're persuading people to buy your artwork, and not just enjoying the moment and not just entertaining themselves. You want them to exchange that entertainment with money, with real money. We said that it's a process, so there's a roadmap that maybe, Anastasia, this has to be a topic for something else, because this
Okay.
is getting
Second webinar.
get another webinar. But there's just two there are just three steps. There are pre-presentation, where you qualify the person that you're talking with, and you find the problem the person is trying to solve, and then move to the presentation, showing the artwork, and then get to the close. This is another chapter. This is something extremely important, but this is how much you need to be, how much skills you need to have in order to succeed. Thank you. This is my presentation. I only have one slide. If like I said, I'm doing I'm doing work on social issues, and one of the work that I'm doing, it's for drugs. I want to raise money to a no-profit organization to raise awareness about the danger of drugs. If you guys want, this is a little commercial. In exchange, if you guys want, you can purchase this little t-shirt. This is something that I will not get money for myself. It's just money that I will give to a non-profit organization. And that's it. This is the Q&A section.
Thank you, Alex. This was great. And thank you for sharing your story and being quite vulnerable by going into the detail.
Thank you.
I'm going to take off the presentation just so we're all on the screen. When we were talking initially before the webinar, you said something that really stuck with me. You said, actually, and I'm not quoting exactly, but please correct me, you said an artist is a mini enterprise and a mini company, and you should treat yourself as a mini enterprise and start building it as it is. So what I want to ask you is, you talked about the moment when you almost quit and you were doing sort of art related but not really art things for a long time, and then you had the like a turnaround moment when you thought, if not now, when? So this is like the philosophical and ideological side of it, but what were the actual logistical steps that you took to start building your art career? Was it, I don't know, building a website? Was it finding an agent? So really, please go into as much detail as you can. So to build this little enterprise that an artist is, what did you do the first steps?
Well, of course, doing my website, and I choose the .art domain because I thought it was so relevant with the art industry. It was establishing right off the bat what was the domain about. It was sharing my Alex Righetto .art, and I was receiving oh wow, where did you get that? People are surprised about just the most little things, and but what made the difference, first of all, is the contact with the public directly. I think the most important thing is to have a conversation in real life, in real person. So what I did was do as many art shows or pop-ups that I could, get myself in front of others. I recall one of the first exhibition that I did. I partnered up with a local gallery, which I thank very much. And that day we sold almost $7,000 worth of art. And it was unbelievable for me, because you know what happened? When I was young, And the reason why people, when I stopped, the real reason was everybody was saying, don't do the artist because artists won't survive. Just learn how to be an artist, but use it as your own entertainment. And when you are 16, 17, you're like, okay, that might be true. And, I just didn't do it because I wasn't trusting myself. And that was where I realized this was just an opinion of someone that failed at this game. So I was poisoned by the opinion of someone else for 20 years. I could have started 20 years ago, but probably I had needed this amount of time to understand and go through this kind of considerations by myself. So yeah, the answer is like a direct connection. Put your artwork in front of others as much as you can. And of course, use a website, use any means necessary to get your artwork in front. You don't know what's working until you try.
Yeah, right. There's a question from the audience that I think is quite relevant to what you were just talking about. What's the best way to partner with a gallery or a studio? How can an artist approach to someone who owns a studio or a place to show the arts? I mean, it's great because it's quite real.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the level you are. Honestly, if you're Mr. No One, we're willing to spend some money and get, a deal with the gallery. Says, hey, I pay you $300 and let me show you my artwork here, and we'll share the revenue or whatever. If you're Mr. No One, Mrs. No One, I will do that. I wouldn't have problems with that. If you make yourself known out there and your name start to be something that has a little bit of value, then you can say you have a case history then, and you can use this case history with other galleries. Remember, galleries are commercial enterprises. They look for art, but they look for a revenue because they need to survive as well. And they have much more expenses than you. So get into the mindset of a business person. It's important also to deal with partners. It's not about how beautiful is art all the time. It's about how much people you can bring in and how much you can sell. I give you an example. I did a show recently. The galleries get, without doing much of work, $10,000. And I was happy to give the money because it's an exchange, it's a partnership. But rest assured that you are in a scale of values, you are more important than a gallery because a gallery is a distributor of your product. You are the maker. So without you, there's no galleries. And yet, the galleries over time were able to connect with enough art collectors to have more power than you.
That's a great way to put it.
I'm sorry, I'm so shocking.
No, I think it's sincere, so that's not so shocking. It's just sincere. We really have a great audience today, and the next question also comes from the audience.
Yeah.
So, in this age of social media, how do you stay true to the work you really enjoy creating versus what people gravitate towards for likes, shares, and comments? Yeah.
Well, like shares and comments, it's an interesting poison. It's a nice perfume when you smell it and you're like, it feels so good. And then you find yourself at some point looking for the engagement rate more than how much did you sold them off. I personally it's important the video that goes viral versus a video that has 0 views. They are the same importance for me because, like I said, first of all, obviously constantly testing if this is a work, this content is working to my tribe, to my to the people that we talked about before. The group of person that I'm trying to laser, is it this relevant? Is it always a question that you always put in there. When you create a content, the problem that you need to face is that you can't create interest. Interest is already there. So you either tap into an existing interest or you are wasting your time. But anyway, yeah, the galleries are looking for people that not necessarily looking for large following, although it really helps. So I would be not completely honest if I say, oh, this doesn't matter. But it does matter to you personally only if these are people that are really interested in you. And like I said, I prefer if these people can come to an exhibition. Are you able to bring those 10 likes to a real brick and mortar place and show them art? That's the real question. If you can't, they have no worth.
Great. We have another question from the audience. I think it's
Yeah.
quite interesting. We'll also bring it to our main screen. So I have a question: how to avoid the art being copied and reproduced during our marketing campaigns?
Well, you can't. You can't. Ideas are belonging to another universe. Is a fact that you need to accept. People looking for in social media to get inspiration. Artists are looking for inspiration from. I myself take inspiration from Renaissance, from authors that are giants. I feel like, okay, what can I bring? It's there's a measurement that we can use, like copywriting, like the most strongest reaction is to make the piece so famous that nobody will be able to copy it without quoting it. Let's say I'm striving to do this with Mona Lisa's daughter. Now, if I able to create what is my plan, no one will be able to copy the artwork without quoting me and quoting Leonardo da Vinci. So that's the interesting part. Is going to be a sort of blockchain without computers. But anyway, that's my answer. You accept the fact that people are looking for inspiration. You become unique in a way that the way you solve the problem for your customer is the way that you become unique. How well you solve the problem for your customer is the answer to this question. Creativity has a value, an extreme value, but it's not everything.
Right.
I had another question, and I want to cover a different topic, which is investments, because when we go to the website, we notice that you also, when you communicate with your clients and with your potential clients, with your audience, you position your art as one of the investment opportunities. So could you give us your thoughts about what kind of strategy do you use in order to bring that message and communicate with your audience that way? Maybe you could share some advices about this point.
Yes. Well, without getting to the part of the company that are information that are private and not easy shareable, because obviously every company has its own secrets. Secrets don't mean like something bad. It's just something that belongs to the company, and it would be bad to make it public. Let's say company like Apple, they have their own development and their own strategies that not necessarily they want to make it known to others in order to not trigger the competition. So by keeping that in mind, I'm just saying that I have in place a plan and a way to make my collectors invest with me, and me taking responsibility as well for the investment. Which means, again, I'm trying to solve a problem. The problem is how to invest in a successful way in an artist. And me and my team, especially Stacy, that she's my lover and my business partner, we came up with a brilliant idea on how to make people invest right away and without feeling they're going to be left alone after the deal. So we have a plan for them, the moment of the acquisition of the artwork to the moment of getting to the secondary market.
All right. Great.
Alex, I think you and Stacy are going to be getting a lot of calls from other people asking this plan, because this sounds like something everybody would want to get their hands on.
I know. But it's yeah.
I think it's great how you're really living both sides of this adventure here, the creative side and the marketing side, and it's really in unison for you. So my question is perhaps a bit going into detail, but I would like to know how you break down your time between actually painting and making art and the marketing side. Do you have particular days when you do one thing, or how does this work for you?
Yeah, I divide the year in stages. So there's a stage during the year that I produce. There's a stage during the year that I promote. There's a stage of the year where I exhibit, and I'm looking for new contacts. So that's how I do it. It's obviously impossible to produce, promote, be on social media, and be on top of the trends at the same time every day. It's impossible. So until we expand our team, most of the things we're now like 4 people where we're doing the work, the everyday job. And until we expand, a lot of things come to my shoulder, like the strategy on the promotion or the production of the pieces are obviously something that I don't want to give it to someone else to do it. I want to do it myself. But yeah, I use different times of the year. So, for example, the period of the year after December is usually a moment where I recall where we put together a plan for the year, and then I start with the promotion till mid-May. Then I start production of the new pieces. Then September, October, November, December become connections with the real physical exhibitions. And that's the reason why, for example, Verona, it will be in September, because that's the moment of my year where I decided I want to have exhibitions. Then I'm gonna have for sure December Miami. So this is how we divide the time.
Do you find it hard to switch between the stages, or do you actually enjoy the change?
Both. I find it very hard sometimes, especially when I don't paint for months. I find very hard to go back to create a mess in the studio and take the paints and put ruin clothes with the oil paint. It's very hard, because once you start a trend, you want to keep on going to that trend. You start doing email marketing. You just want to immerse yourself in that. And this is the reason why I plan the year instead of the week, instead of the day, because I can't switch in the morning, then painting, then doing the post on social media. Then I literally can't. And I have to, and even if I put someone, the person that has to do it needs to do it in a way that is smart and the way I would do it. Otherwise, I don't want it. I don't want just someone to vomit content online just because someone said I need to be content. If I have nothing to post, I won't post anything, and I will start over when I have time, when I have a passion, when it's more important to have a piece of artwork. Sorry, a piece of work, a social media content that resonate with you and it's very important than just something that fill up the calendar day for the posts.
Yeah,
if you know what I'm saying.
I
do. Ross, do you have more questions?
Yes,
or
I have one more question which I have
Sure.
to ask for our dollar audience, because first we're really glad that we have you as one of our adopters, and the question is related to our marketing topic. So how does having .domain actually helps you in your promotion and the promotion of your art? Could you share this experience?
Yes. So I find thank you for the question, and I really I think the website itself it's a important strategy, because once you have established a connection with someone, the first thing they're gonna do is to Google your name. And so you show up with a Ferrari or you showing up with a Fiat. It depends on, what kind of. So having .art is kind of like introducing yourself with the right business card, the one that is thick, that has, those kind of special treatment, and the person that receiving the postcard feel honored. Remember what we said before. It's a matter of grabbing the attention and direct the attention. And .art, the domain .art, is brilliantly doing it, because it brings the attention to the fact that it's right away. The subject is art, and we're talking about most likely an artist. So I think it's a powerful tool. I think that's it's something that should be considered by every artist, because yes, you are a commercial. .com means commercial. This is the word .com means commercial. Yes, you are a commercial, but it established that your true nature is art, and it's very important.
Great. Thank you for your.
I have one more at the end. If we can close with this one, if you want, it's up to you. I have the review of one of my art collectors. If you wanna air it, it's up to you. But I think it's nice see the complete and you see the entire strategy working to the direct point where the final person receives it completely and duplicates it.
So let's do that. Let's round up with a video before we say our goodbyes.
Okay,
thank you so much for everyone.
For about 3 to 4 years, and I was very interested in investing in his beautiful art. My first impression of Alex's work is that I was completely inspired. Like, to be around Alex when he's painting and to see the magical paintings that he creates is absolutely inspiring. The most remarkable aesthetics that somebody has ever seen. Extremely unique and different than other artists. And the fact that it is increasing in value almost daily really makes me think that it's an awesome idea to invest in art. I really think that investing in Alex Righetto's art is a very good strategic decision as far as my finances go, and I'm very glad that I did that. Hi, my name is Miriam Putnam, and I am an Alex Righetto art collector.
All right.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Alex,
that was a great ending.
Yeah, we're going to be expecting you for a second webinar, that's for sure. There's too much we haven't.
In the meantime, if you guys and the people on the audience, thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email, alex@alexrighetto.art. And you can find the email, of course, on my website or on my social media, because I understand this can be trigger many other questions, and that we don't have the time right now to address each one of you, but I will personally.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Goodbye.